Hi, this is Anthony Samaripa, and this is my persuasive speech. Did you know that in the United States alone, about 30 people die every day in a motor vehicle crash that involves an alcohol-impaired driver, which equates to one death every 48 minutes? Did you know that the annual expenses for these events reach up to $52 billion in property damage, court costs, medical expenses, and more? This information came from the U.S. Department of Transportation National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. By listening to this firsthand, these numbers may not sound like much, but just imagine every one of those numbers as a family, or even just one person that got into their car to go about their day, and within an instant have it taken away from them. This happens every day due to the people who drive intoxicated and have others suffer the consequences of their actions. Alcohol abuse doesn't just cause car crashes, but it also affects family and work life. Alcohol is a beverage that people have to get together and enjoy. While some may drink responsibly, there are others that forget the consequences of abusing alcohol, and it can lead to consequences that can affect your life and the lives of those around you. Now, at this time, many students are reaching or are at the age of drinking. So during these times, people will go out to celebrate with their friends or family or whoever. And while this may not be a terrible thing, there are times where people can get reckless, and as students may choose to drive home after a night of drinking, which could lead to a car crash or gain an addiction later on if not handled well. This is especially true because according to the article Alcohol and Tobacco Advertising by Gale Companies, had suffered allegations for advertising to those who were not of age. And while I haven't dealt with any issues that had any correlation with alcohol myself, or any that has affected me, there are times when the news is on and I see it. There are families that have lost their lives to a drunk driver, and sometimes I would think to myself that, what if that were my family? I believe that's not what someone should have on their consciousness when they see that. While alcohol is a pastime for many people that they use to relax, it can cause problems if drunk and irresponsibly. So what we will be looking for here is the negative effects alcohol has on the body, the consequences of irresponsibly handling alcohol on yourself and others, and how to take steps to prevent these situations. Alcohol is a beverage that people drink to feel its intoxicating effects, and yet drinking more than one should lead to drinking more alcohol than needed to would lead to negative short and long-term effects. According to the article Drinking Alcohol, the short-term effects of alcohol include intoxication. Slurred speech, impaired motor function, nausea, breathing difficulties, incontinence, loss of consciousness, and dehydration. In the same article, it is said over the long term, drinking increases the risk of many cancers and can cause significant damage to the digestive, nervous, respiratory, skeletal, and immune system. Now that we've seen what alcohol can do to the human body, let's see how it can affect the lives of others and our own. There are consequences to drinking irresponsibly, as people could gain an addiction, which leads to about 3 million deaths annually due to people gaining diseases and having liver poisoning. By being reckless, one can harm others with their drinking, as by going out for a drink and not having a plan can lead to tragedy. As by driving while drunk has caused many crashes, which has taken and ruined many lives, which can be seen in the news almost any day if you looked well, or you can find it online in articles. Alcohol also makes people more aggressive and can end up negatively affecting someone's work and personal life if they drink too much, which could cause concern for their loved ones. By listening to how irresponsible drinking alcohol is there any hope of preventing any of these situations from happening to you? This is what will be answered next. It is possible to prevent a lot of these situations. One step to take is whenever you go out for a drink, make sure you got transportation, just an Uber driver to take you home. As seen in the article Drunk Driving, where a survey conducted as a part of a report found out that 88% of respondents believed that Uber had made it easier for them to avoid drunk driving. Regulate your drinking and do research on how many drinks it may take for you to get drunk, and do your best not to reach that limit. Another thing you can do would be to talk to your friends and family, and as someone would understand that too much alcohol consumption can be dangerous. And if you do get too far, don't be afraid to talk to anyone who may help you, whether they're close to you or maybe it is a professional. Now that we've seen how alcohol can destroy someone's life, let's sum up everything we've learned. Alcohol is a beverage that many enjoy drinking, but drinking irresponsibly can have consequences for your body and dangerously affect your health. Drinking and not being mindful can also cause others pain, as you could get into a deadly crash or ruin your overall life if your drinking is not safely monitored. I hope with all that you have learned here that you can take this advice into consideration, and as it will benefit you in your own life and others, and prevent any more pain that can be caused by abusing the power of alcohol.